Hello and welcome to another video here at Hobbies and Happiness. My name's Dan.
And I'm Jim, and today we're going over Marvel Champions Hero Pack Jean Grey.
Alright, so FFG just dropped the Jean Grey announcement article, and I don't know, I'm in the middle. I'm somewhere in the middle. Like, she's cool, but...
When I first saw her, I was like, yeah, I didn't really care. But then I looked at these cards again, I'm like, okay, she can be very explosive.
Very explosive, very versatile too. But I feel like my initial take so far is Jean Grey can be built in about any color. You can really build her super versatile. So that's kind of where I'm at now. So if you want to check out our other Marvel Champions videos, we just did our Cyclops video not that long ago. You can go check that one out, and we'll be talking about Cyclops a little bit here, specifically one card, but we'll get there. We'll get there. If you want to see other Marvel Champions content, head over to our playlist and then check out our other Marvel Champions content here on the channel. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet, and like the video for more content like this. And if you want to be notified, hit that notification bell so you can be notified whenever we post a new video. All right, we're gonna jump right in. So Jean Grey is a mutant psionic character. So her alter ego, Jean Grey, hand size 6, hit points 9, has a setup ability. Put your Phoenix Force upgrade into play, restrained side face up, place 4 power counters on it. And then she also has a response for her recovery. She has a 3 recovery and a response. After you make a basic recovery, place 1 power counter on Phoenix Force. All right. So let's touch on, Jim, why don't you read her hero card? Then we'll move to her Phoenix Force card as well.
Yep. So Phoenix, triple thwart, 1 attack, 2 defense. Psychic bond ability, hero resource. Remove 1 power counter from Phoenix Force. Generate a, is that physical?
Wild. The wild resource.
Oh, that's wild? Okay.
Yep. Wild resource.
A wild resource. Limited once per phase.
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 Phase. Not round, phase.
Phase.
Now also, hand size 5, still hit points 9, and she's also has a psionic trait and an X-Men trait. Yes. All right. So both very, very important actually.
Yes.
Sure. Okay. So now let's get, so she has her other permanent card, and you'll see it's permanent. It's her Phoenix Force upgrade. So there's 2 sides. I will talk about the restrained side because that's more my, that's probably more for me. And the other side is definitely Jim. So her restrained side is, it says permanent. So meaning this card can never leave play, can never leave the game. It's always going to be on your board. And it says you gain the restrained trait, which that will come into play with other cards of hers, you'll see. And then has forced response. After the last power counter is removed from here, flip this card. So again, if you look at her alter ego, this card starts face up and it has 4 counters on it initially. And then Jim, what's the other side?
Yeah. Then we have Phoenix Force. Just the same thing. Other side. Permanent, you gain the Unleashed trait. Phoenix gains or gets -2 thwart and +2 attack. Force response. After a power counter is placed here, if there are 4 or more power counters here, flip this card. Okay.
So this again is another resource that you're managing, right? Like, which side do I want to have face up, right? So it's going to be dependent upon what you want to do in the game. Like, it's very going to be board state dependent. All right. So right now, all we know so far before we dive into these other cards is you can turn Phoenix from a 3/1/2, a 3 thwart, 1 attack, 2 defense, into a 1/3/2, 1 thwart, 3 attack, 2 defense. So her defense is never changing, but what is changing is her ability to thwart more or to attack more. Okay, which again, I think that's on point. That's very on theme for Jean Grey and her character. So far, I think that's very, very cool. All right. So all right, I'll talk about this next card, her suit. Okay, so this is the first one that we will kind of go through. It's a 2-cost upgrade. Okay, it's her Phoenix suit. It's an item. it says Phoenix gains the aerial trait. Aerial is another keyword that can matter. Okay, again, that really kind of all depends on how you want to build Phoenix. Like if you want to go, there's aggression cards that care about her being aerial, and there's some other protection cards I believe that care about her being aerial. Now we haven't really seen any cards of hers in her pack that care about her being aerial. Now there could be because we haven't seen them all. But just keep that in mind because aerial can matter for sure. Okay. Now she also has, when you have the restrained trait, you gain steady. Okay. Again, steady. Remember, it basically means you need an additional status card, a negative status card for that effect. Stun, confused. So that's strong.
Very strong.
But when you have the unleashed trait, you gain retaliate 1. So if you think about going against a one health, those Ultron drones.
I hate those things.
Yeah, right. So retaliate 1 can be pretty powerful. So that's pretty good. So again, one card, but kind of has 3 different keywords on it, which keywords matter, right? Traits. Yep. Traits matter. So Jim, talk about this next one.
Yeah, White Hot Room. It's a 2-cost support. Location Phoenix, alter ego action. Exhaust this card, choose either place 1 power counter on Phoenix Force or heal 2 damage from Jean Grey.
So again, you can only play this, or only activate this when you're an alter ego. But again, the theme you will see is versatility. Okay, I have a choice. Which mode do I want to use on this card? Do I want to put a counter on the Phoenix Force, or can I just heal 2 damage? Which again, the ability to have heal on a permanent card like that, not permanent, but a card on board like that, is pretty powerful. Okay, I'll talk about this next one because I know you're gonna want to talk about this other one. All right, this next card we have is Psychic Blast, a 2-cost event. Again, it's psionic because the psionic trait has hero action. Deal 4 damage to the villain. Okay, 2 costs for 4 damage. That's we've seen that rate is pretty standard. Okay, if you have the unleashed trait, however, deal 4 damage to each minion engaged with you. It does not care about if the minion is elite, non-elite, whatever. Every minion that's engaged with you, you deal 4 damage to them if you're unleashed.
That's so powerful.
So like just a 4 damage to everybody if you're in unleashed, that's crazy. So that no longer is 2 cost for 4 damage. If you have 2 minions, that's 8 additional damage. That's 2 cost, 12 damage total.
Yeah.
12 damage total. That's huge.
That's a lot of value.
That is a lot of value. Right, so Psychic Blast is, I feel like this is a board wipe almost.
Yeah,
this is like a board wipe.
Yeah, it pretty much is for you.
Yeah, so it's a a single-sided board wipe almost. So it's pretty cool. I'm kind of high on this card in particular. I really do like this. Yeah. Jim really likes this next card.
All right, if you guys know me, you'll just know exactly why.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go ahead and take a look at Phoenix Firebird, a 1-cost event. Hero action, choose. You could either place 2 power counters on the Phoenix Force, or you can go ahead and remove a power counter from Phoenix Force to ready Phoenix. Just go ahead and restand.
So if you're an unleashed form, basically, the unleashed trait, swing for 3, restand, swing for 3 again. Yeah.
Before any other buffs that you're doing, because we're playing red.
Yeah.
We're playing her red. And we're just like, okay, she's got a solid 5 attack. Let's get in for 5, swing again for 5.
Oh, yeah. If you're boosting the attack.
Oh, we're boosting her.
Yeah. yeah. But again, this is a you're managing that Phoenix Force, those resources. I mean, it's really great. Like the ability to have counters on there So if you're, I mean, let's say you have one counter left on the restrained side. Yep. You use it for a resource when you're in hero form. Yep. Once that counter's removed, you then flip to unleashed. Okay, so now you're adding. Okay, so that's the thing now is you got to pay attention to where you're at with your Phoenix Force. Yeah. Because if you have one counter, okay, in order to do Phoenix Firebird, you need to pay that cost of, okay, I need to make sure I have counters on Phoenix Force, right? Yeah. So just keep that in mind. This is going to be one of those, the sequencing of your plays is real. I'm really seeing that with a lot of these cards. Yeah. It's going to be super interesting. The play lines are going to be, you got to be on point with your play lines. You're definitely
thinking and you're already thinking multiple turns in advance, but now you have to be like, okay, I know for the next 2 turns I'm going to be doing this. This is how many counters I'm going to have.
And I'm thinking about this too. Like that's like so Jean Grey. Yeah. Like the thinking of like, oh man, I'm really got to think about how I'm doing this. Yeah. That's really cool. It's really cool. All right, let's talk about this next one. This next one's really fun. This next one's going to be really, really cool. It's a 4-cost upgrade, Mind Control. So it's a condition. It's a psionic condition attached to a non-elite minion. That's what sucks. You can't not non-elite, unfortunately. All right, but that's okay. Take control of attached minion and treat it as a controlled ally with a blank text box. Its thwart is equal to its printed scheme, and it takes 1 consequential damage after it thwarts or attacks. So 4 costs is a lot, right? So you got to look at what am I getting for 4 costs. So all you're getting is a body. You're just getting a body because, again, treat it as a controlled ally with a blank text box. So whatever's in there does not matter. Yep. So you just get a body. So you need to look at, do I want to get a tank? Okay. Do I want something that has a high a high HP value so it can soak up a lot of damage? Or do I want to get something that can do more damage, right? Yep. Again, versatility. The versatility is there, right? So again, every single one of these cards, I'm seeing a lot of versatility here, which is good, which is very good. So Mind Control is going to be one of those fun cards, I think, but it's also going to be super duper dependent, very dependent on board state and what you have going on.
There's also one huge reason as to why I can't take an elite monster.
Yeah, elite minion. Yeah, right. Yeah,
we'll get there.
So, all right, Jim, you talk about this next one.
Yes, Telepathic Trickery. Mm-hmm. It's a 2-cost event. Psionic thwart, hero action thwart. Remove 4 threat from a scheme. Mm-hmm. If you have the Unleashed trait, go ahead and stun and confuse an enemy. Mm-hmm. So it is one specific target, but you're stunning and confusing them.
Yeah. But two for Thor, 2 for 4. Yep. Again, that's that 2 for 4 rate, which we've seen 2-to-1 ratio essentially is pretty good. Yep. But if again you're Unleashed, normally what we're seeing in a lot of these cards, if you're in Unleashed, you're doing something more. You're doing something extra, right? So I'm like, it's not a drawback. It's really, so far, there's really not a drawback to being in Unleashed form. Yeah. Okay. I'm doing something more because I am in Unleashed form. Again, which makes sense because Jean Grey is now more powerful. She's being able to do all these extra things. So, pretty good. All right, this next one, I love this card here.
This card is so good.
2-cost upgrade, Telekinetic Shield. Psionic trait says attached to a friendly character. Character, guys. This is really good. Okay, can be a minion, can be yourself, can be another ally, can be another player. Yep. Doesn't matter. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's what I meant. Player.
Yeah,
they're an ally.
Forced interrupt. When attached character would take damage from an enemy attack, place that damage here instead. Then, if there is at least 5 damage here, discard Telekinetic Shield. Dude, this card's amazing. I love this card. Okay, Here's why. It does not care about how much damage you take initially. Doesn't care how much damage you take. All it cares about is at the end of that attack, that's when it looks at how much damage is on the card.
Yep.
So if the damage, like let's say you go into villain phase, okay? There's 4 damage on this on the shield, okay? You have no minions engaged with you. It's just the villain. The villain attacks. I choose to not defend. Okay. 2 boost cards. Let's say there's 2 boost cards. He's attacking you for 10. All right, sounds good. 10 damage goes onto the shield. You're now at 14 damage on the shield. Now it checks. Okay, is that more than 5? Yep. All right, this is all discarded.
Powerful.
Like, that is insane.
Powerful.
Now, granted, it does check after each attack, right? Yeah. So you are very much managing the play lines of, okay, I've got minions. Okay, here's where these minions are going to go. The villain is going to come here. You're managing a lot of stuff. If you like to manage a lot of things, Jean Grey is going to be up your alley. Yeah, and if you like making a lot of choices, Jean Grey, for
And if you just want to turn cards sideways and play aggression, you'll still like her because she can do a lot of damage.
She can do a lot of, yep, exactly. So, all right, her last card that's been revealed, was revealed.
Rise from the Ashes is a 3 cost upgrade, Dan. It is an interrupt. When you would be defeated, remove this card from the game. Ready your identity and restore it to its printed hit total value instead. Remove each power counter from Phoenix Force.
I don't know. It's a one-time use thing.
Dan doesn't like the Guardian Angel effects, so.
Yeah, it's not that I don't like it. I really don't know how I feel about it.
Yeah.
Like if you've lost and you've wanted an ability like that, then it's like, okay, well then that's like the greatest thing ever, right? Yeah. I can see that. It's just I don't know about how I feel about paying for a card, having it sit there all game, and then it do nothing. It's a do nothing enchantment.
Yeah.
You know, in Magic terms,
it's do nothing. 3 costs do nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Because and then you run the risk of, okay, I have to sacrifice an upgrade. Okay, I guess I just sack it. It feels bad.
It's not cheap. That's the worst part about it. If it was like 1 mana, I could see it.
Yeah, for sure.
Not a problem.
Right.
3 cost, that's a little bit more.
And if it was 4, it'd be the worst thing ever.
Oh yeah.
That's the only thing that's like keeping it okay, is it's not 4.
It's not 4. Yeah, I just got to get rid of the rest of my cards in my hand. I get to keep 1 though.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah.
Time will tell. This is one of those time will tell things, you know. Like with Jean Grey being at 9 HP, 9 hit points, maybe, you know, but I don't know.
She has ways to heal 5 in a single turn.
She does. You're right.
So
you're right.
All this card really is blank text box, give me energy resource.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Oof.
Worst card in the entire deck, I think.
That's what I think. Yeah.
And we've seen the obligation card. The obligation card is more good than this card. Okay.
Yeah. And we'll get there. All right. So, now we're going to talk about the aspect cards. All right. So Jean Grey is going to come built in the Justice aspect. Okay. Which kind of makes, I don't know if it makes sense. But in the way that they have designed and built her cards, it kind of does make sense from that standpoint at least. So the first one is going to be my favorite because of the artwork. I'm like, I am holding out hope that they're gonna do Gambit.
Yeah, they have to.
Just like I'm still holding out hope that they do Daredevil.
Right, but Gambit makes more sense.
Well, yes.
You're throwing cards around in this game.
Yes,
right?
Yeah, right. So the card's Swift Retribution, okay, and it's got Gambit front and center, and then you've got Wolverine there in the background, okay. It's an attack, hero action attack. The villain schemes. Deal 4 damage to the villain. Yeah, I mean it's 1.
Decent.
It's 1.
Yeah.
It costs 1.
Yeah.
So you're paying 1. Yes, the villain schemes. Hopefully you don't get anything too bad, right? But you're dealing 4 damage.
Endgame, this can just be a science resource.
Yeah. Or dude, I need to get in that little extra amount of damage.
Yeah.
Which again, if you're playing Justice, if you're playing Yellow, you have ways to reduce the threat that the villain is placing on
telepathic trickery.
Telepathic trickery. Oh yeah, right. Yeah, correct, exactly. Or maybe this next card.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Let me talk about it.
Psychic manipulation. It is a 3-cost event. Play only if your identity has psionic trait.
It's a psionic trait. Yep.
Yeah. Interrupt thwart. When the villain schemes, this activation removes threat instead of placing it.
Dude, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah. That's again very situational of when do you want to play it.
If they are now, it's a complete opposite swing, right?
Right.
So if they're going to be hitting for 3, you're like, no, I'm preventing that 3, but I'm now also removing 3. So now it's a 6 swing.
Yeah, and so a lot of times too, like if you're playing Justice, you've got a lot of like I've played Black Widow. I've played Black Widow Justice. It's been a lot of fun. Like I've got a deck that I've kind of messed with, but there's a lot of cards on board that are like, all right, I'm going to activate it to stop this threat from going on or reduce it. Yep. Now, if I play Psychic Manipulation, I can still use those cards later. I don't have to waste them for this activation, for instance. Yeah. And now we're just removing more threat because the villain is thwarting basically against himself, right? They're not scheming, they're thwarting now.
You know who I'd love to play this game with is Michael. Because he'd be like, I know this is a co-op game, but I did the most damage to the enemy. And I'm like, yeah, that's right. Now I got an aggro brother on my team. You know, I'm just like, we're going to kill him turn 4. I don't care what anyone else does. He's just dead.
Yep. Then it would be, I killed him first.
Yeah, true.
All right. Well, this next one we have is Mission Training. It's a 1-cost upgrade. So it's another training upgrade. I've seen a few of them so far. It reads, again, just like the other training upgrades, attached to an X-Men ally. Max 1 training upgrade per ally. The attached ally gets 1 thwart, +1 thwart, and +2 hit points. So, again, this is just the Justice training upgrade. All these training upgrades will boost your stats somehow. This one gives you +1 thwart, +2 hit points. So again, pretty basic, long line with the other ones. So, all right, we've got a couple of allies.
Yes.
Go ahead, talk about the first one.
Our first one over here is Marvel Girl. She's a 3-cost ally. She has 2 thwart and 1 attack, and both are 1 consequential damage. And she has on the attack interrupt. When Marvel Girl attacks a minion, remove X threat from the main scheme, where X is that minion's printed scheme. Yes.
Yeah. So that's pretty good. That's not bad. Yeah, especially for Justice. Now, again, looking at all of these X-Men allies, right? The way that I think we're kind of coming at this, another ally that can go in a Cyclops deck.
Yeah, 100%. That's
like how can I build out these Cyclops decks with all these different allies? Pretty cool. Yeah. So that's pretty good. I do like when she attacks a minion, I'm also thwarting kind of. So that's nice, doing double duty. Yeah. That's really good.
100%.
So yeah, she may be swinging to her death potentially, or no, because there's no consequential damage. Well, the consequential damage is there, but she's not being attacked.
Yeah, unless there's retaliation.
Right. Yeah. Right. So that's good. I really like Marvel Girl. That's pretty good. Now again, versatile.
And she's 3-cost.
Yeah, that's
which is great.
Yeah.
The fact that she's not 4-cost, which a lot of the allies are 4-cost, makes her a little bit better.
Yeah. Speaking of 4-cost allies, we do have one here. That's Banshee, 4-cost ally, 2 thwart, 2 attack, both 1 consequential. Aerial X-Men 3 HP, and then also has a response. After Banshee thwarts, confuse a minion. So that's kind of powerful.
Yeah.
So thwarting for 2 is good, but now I'm getting the confusing.
If it was enemy, it'd be a lot better. But it's a minion.
Yeah, it's just a minion.
Less good.
Yeah, less good. Yeah. So again, that's
still a good card.
Dependent upon what villain you're facing and the other cards that are going to be in there. Yep. So yeah, keep that in mind.
And who knows? Maybe there's a really good minion that can come out onto the board. We'll get there.
Yeah. All right, talk about
next up. Yeah. We have Mutant Peacekeepers. It's a 1-cost event. Thwart. Play only if your identity has the X-Men trait. Hero action Thwart. Exhaust your hero and any number of X-Men allies. Remove X threat from among schemes in play where X is the total thwart of those characters. So we kind of seen a red card like this. The team, I think it was called Teamwork.
Yeah, and where you're exhausting all of your any number of X-Men allies. Yeah, and you're dealing that damage.
Yeah, deal damage.
Correct.
So this is the exact opposite side of it, to where it's taking care of the schemes and getting their thwart value rather than attack value.
Right. So the nice thing about that the red card, as well as this, is you're distributing that damage or thwart in any way you want.
Yeah.
So that's what's really nice about this. Excuse me. Wow. Yeah, I kind of like that, and that's only 1.
Yeah, I think this is a really good card.
Yeah, so it's I do like that. Just being able to exhaust all of these characters, but then just figure out how I want to distribute all of that thwart.
Especially since Phoenix starts off with 3 thwart. That is a huge chunk if you ever need it to be.
Yeah, for sure. When she's in the restrained form, yeah, for sure. So, all right, this next one is a support. I'm gonna read it and then I'm gonna let Jim talk about it because Jim's higher on this card than I am, but I know it's still a good card. So it's a 1-cost support, Cerebro. It's an X-Men location. Reads play only if your identity has the mutant trait and has an alter ego action. Exhaust Cerebro. Search the top 5 cards of your deck for an X-Men ally. Search your whole deck instead if you control a psionic character, and add that ally to your hand. Shuffle. So at the moment, we have I think we have 3 psionic X-Men characters. You have Jean Grey, you have Professor Xavier, okay, and then Marvel Girl also has a psionic trait. Yeah. So because again, it's a search your whole deck instead if you control a psionic character.
Yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't have to be your hero, any character. So Professor X works, and then so does Marvel Girl.
I guess that also makes it slightly better than what I was thinking.
It is, for sure. Yep. So being able to look at the top 5 cards of your deck for an X-Men ally is great, but being able to tutor your entire deck for an X-Men ally is great.
Even better.
Who would you find, Jim? Who would you find?
There might be some random card that I've talked about in red before. I just play red all the time, don't I? Yeah. Pretty much.
This isn't just because it's red. This is an amazing card.
Wolverine.
Yeah.
He's come out with the new box.
Yeah.
And he is a monster of a card. He's a red ally, 4-drop. He has regeneration, so every single upkeep, essentially, he gets back a life.
Yeah.
But whenever he attacks or thwarts, I believe it's 2 consequential damage.
Yeah.
So if you make it to where he attacks every other turn, he literally just doesn't die.
Yep.
He cannot be removed from the field unless something is like, just destroy ally or sacrifice ally.
And then you can use him with that Mutant Peacekeepers card that we were talking about, or the red one where exhaust your ally and then use their stats in order for those events.
Yep.
Really, really good. Now, why did you say where would you play this card?
So you can definitely play this with any of the psionic heroes. So that way, or
like characters.
Yeah, the characters, the alter ego, the hero cards, whatever.
Well, right now, Jean Grey is the only X-Men. Jean Grey is the only X-Men. hero that has a psionic trait that I'm aware of.
So instantly starting off, you're able to search for just any of the X-Men heroes inside your deck as soon as you have out Cerebro, because Jean Grey has this psionic ability.
Yeah, if you have Jean Grey, correct. Yep.
So I was also thinking about this in terms of with Cyclops.
Yep.
So with Cyclops, his passive ability makes it to where you can have X-Men allies from any color that you want.
Yeah, any aspect,
Yeah. So you can kind of stack more into your deck, and Cerebro allows you to look at the top 5, and once you come across one that has the psionic ability, well, now you can just start tutoring for any of them.
Yeah.
And worst case scenario, you look at top 5 cards, you pull an ally that you just don't want to use, and it's, all right, I got a resource.
Yeah, that's true.
So, like, worst case scenario, you get either nothing or you just get, like, a +1 resource.
Yeah, because it goes to your hand.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now,
it's also just a 1 cost. To play this.
Yeah. Now, the thing you got to keep in mind is this is also, you can only exhaust this when you're an alter ego.
Yeah.
Which, again, that's kind of on theme. Like a lot, and I say this time and time again, is so much about this game is everything is just so much on point. The theming is very much there. So, all right. Now we're going to talk about, they showed us Jean Grey's obligation, her what is it called? Her nemesis minion, and then her nemesis side scheme. All right. So
this is the card I would rather see than see rise from the ashes.
Yeah. All right. So burning hunger is her obligation. Okay. All right. So like all obligations, you give it to the player who's playing that card, basically. So it reads: give to the Jean Grey player. When revealed, if you have the Unleash trait, you search the encounter deck, discard pile, and your set-aside area for your Dark Phoenix and reveal her. Then, remove Burning Hunger from the game. If you have the Restrained trait, remove 1 power counter from Phoenix Force, and this card gains Surge. Discard this card. Again, just like all the other obligations, if you're in a certain form, then this card takes effect, else it gains Surge, and it's just discarded. All right, so this card talks about your nemesis minion, Dark Phoenix. Jim, what is the Dark Phoenix?
Yeah, she is a nemesis minion that has 2 scheme, 2 attack, and then she also has 12 HP, steady, toughness, and villainous. That's a keyword?
Villainous is a keyword. So if you're not aware, villainous is when this minion activates, they get a boost card. Yeah.
Because they're a villain.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
Great.
Yep.
So then she has, when Dark Phoenix schemes.
I hate this card.
I'd rather see this than rise from the ashes. Then when Dark Phoenix schemes, place that threat on Consume the World if able. When reveal, search the encounter deck, discard pile, and set aside area for Consume the World and reveal it.
So if you get Burning Hunger, and you're in Unleash, you're like, all right, this goes in. Now this card goes in. And now we got to find another card.
And we would still rather see this happen than rise from the ashes.
Yeah. All right. So the Consume the World side scheme is really cool. Yeah. I think it's really cool. It has the permanent keyword. So this card is not going anywhere. Wow. So even if there's no threat, now Consume the World comes in with 6 threat on it. It comes in with 6 threat. Okay. And it reads: while there is no threat here, this scheme loses the amplify icon. All right, so there's an amplify icon here. We'll go into that in a second. And then it has forced response. After threat is placed here, if there's at least 12 threat here, the players lose the game. Okay, and it also has 3 boost icons. All right, now, so far, what we know is the only way threat is going to be able to be added here is through Dark Phoenix, because when Dark Phoenix schemes, that threat goes on this side scheme instead of the main scheme. Yep. Okay. The amplify icon. If you're unaware, the amplify icon means when a boost card gets revealed, you add boost icons, additional boost icons to the total number of amplify icons in play. So if you have 2 side schemes, each with an amplify icon, that's 2 added boost icons that are added to that boost card that was revealed.
Yeah. It's a great effect.
So this comes in with 6 threat. So if you remove all of that threat and there's no threat here, then this side scheme loses that amplify icon on it as well. So from a theming standpoint, on
It's
point.
great.
On point.
So
10 out of
good.
10. 10 out of 10. Very, very cool. I don't like it because like not additional loss conditions, but alternate. There we go. Alternate loss conditions. I mean, they're cool. They're cool. They're neat.
Yeah.
Gives you another way to kind of play. So I really like the theming. I think it's really cool.
But I mean, if you're just able to kill her, then like she doesn't add more to this until you find her.
Until you
again.
find her again.
Yeah.
And I don't want. Oh, it's so bad. 12. That 12 HP.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh no.
that's
I wish
rough.
I could control Dark Phoenix somehow, but you can't.
Yeah, like a control mind, but she's an elite minion,
Yeah.
so it makes sense.
So, all right. Well, that's Jean Grey. What do you guys think? What does everybody think? Are you down on her? Are you up on her? What do you think? Let us know. We'd be very interested to know. Jim, what's your take so far?
I want to play her in red.
But also, guys, I think that's Jim's take on like every single character.
No,
that gets
no.
revealed.
Sometimes I'll play. Sometimes I'll want to play characters in green, like Captain America, Defense Captain America,
yeah.
Protection.
Yeah.
I will definitely play green in this game because it's more of a support thing.
Yeah, it's more
and
support
defense
role.
oriented.
Yeah.
Not in magic.
Yeah, no. So, but guys, let us know what you think. Let us know what you think of Jean Grey. Leave us your thoughts. Leave us your comments down below. What do you think of Rise from the Ashes? Are you more up on that card than we are?
I'll show you what I think about that. I'm gonna work this.
All right, guys. So let us know what you think in the comments down below, and then also let us know which hero that you want to see next, and give us your expectation. Who do you think is going to be revealed?
I want to see Gambit secondary.
I so want to see Gambit. If you want to see Gambit, let us know. But right here, guys. Woo. 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 That's all we got for you guys today. Thanks for being here. We'll catch you in the next video. See you, everybody.
Take care.